Hello and welcome to a new episode. In this episode, it's all about getting stuff connected. For the sanitary building, of course, because we're not done yet. Not done by far, but we're getting somewhere step by step. And hopefully, by the end of this episode, we've got a, maybe not finished, but functioning sanitary building. Let's get started. So in previous updates, you could have seen that we've connected the water line from the starting point all up to the sanitary building, and that we started with the solar boiler. Well, we've continued a bit with the solar boiler. It's all connected at the top. The pipes are going into the sanitary building, and there I've started connecting everything. Yes, sorry, I didn't do it on film, but I thought, if you see one or two connections made, you might have seen everyone. It's like, placing a little Lego and another one and another one and another one. So I didn't think it to be very interesting to see how everything gets connected, but it might be interesting to see what the end result is. So let's get the last pieces in, and then we might be able to fill this tank. But before we get those last pieces in, let me show you what I've done until now. So like I said, the water comes in over here, then it goes to this main valve, and from there, maybe I've over designed it. So here the main water comes in, we have a main valve, then we have something that's still open, so we need to connect that. Then we have one that goes that way, that's for the cold water of the showers. This is the shower side. Then we have a connection that goes upwards, all the way upwards, that way, and downwards again. That's for the toilets. And then we have a one-way valve, a non-return valve, so to say, that goes upwards, and that one goes up to the solar boiler. So the water that flows through this one, we don't want it to flow back, because in theory it could be that the water flows back and we get warm water this way and then maybe this way. We don't want that, of course. So a one-way valve over here that goes upwards, and then at the top of our solar boiler we also have a one-way valve. A one-way valve with a pressure relief. Now, then basically this valve over here is not necessary, but I don't know. I maybe over-engineered it. So anyway, the water goes up there into the solar boiler, and then we have the red insulated pipe going downwards, going this way, and again a non-return valve so that the water flows this way and not back that way. Then we have a connection for shower, and here another connection for the shower. And then after this, the piping, both warm and cold, goes this way, and then we come to the front of the sanitary building where the pipes are sticking out. That will go that way in the end, and we'll have a place to wash the dishes. But that's like within a couple of weeks maybe, not a priority at the moment. So on this side, I hope you're still with me, and I hope you still see what we're doing. We've got the toilet situation here, with a connection for a toilet. There's a connection for the toilet, and then behind the wall there will be a place where you can dump your chemical toilet. And then this way we also have some piping, and where we can do the dishes over here, we hopefully can wash our hands over here and then have a connection to fill the campers with water. Now all those outside connections, that's something for in a next phase. First priority is getting this all connected and pressurized to see if we have any leakages and to fill up the water boiler so we can see if that actually works. So I've still got 2 connections to make to get the first part fully closed up. That's over here and over there. So let's first get that in quickly now. That's one. And that's two. Well, I think we've got all connections in now, so we can pressurize the system. So first I'm going to pressurize the cold water system, except for the system that's going to the solar boiler. So then I can check all the connections here to see if anything's leaking. We're live. I hear. Oh, well, that connection's not correct. It's leaking here. It's leaking here. See some water there. A lot of leakages, huh? Let's see if I can tighten those. Be right back. Time for take 2. No unintended shower here. No unintended shower there. And here everything looks pretty okay as well. That part looks promising. Now for the next part. That went easy. I don't see any leakages. So far so good. Now there's one thing I need to do that's pretty scary, to be honest, and that's open the valve for the solar boiler. Maybe I shouldn't overthink it and just open it. Let's open it. Here goes nothing. The water is running. A lot of water running, of course, because it's a 300-liter boiler that needs to be filled. There's not much to see, of course, but it's getting filled right now. I hear something. I hear something. Yes.
Our new shower.
Well, we've got water flow. So the boiler has been filled up completely. Just turn off the valve. So now that the warm water boiler has been connected completely and it's been filled up, all we have to do is wait for the sun to warm up the water. But that's not going to be today because, well, it's raining again. So who knows, maybe tomorrow, but we're not gonna let that spoil the fun. We're just going to happily continue with something to sit on. We've bought ourselves the cheapest toilet we could find. Just short of $70 for a complete set, including a lid. Looks like premium quality. let's get it installed. So first I'm going to pre-mount it to see where the connections exactly need to be, where I need to drill the holes in the floor, where the water needs to be, etc. And there's one thing that makes this make or break, but that I'll check and say later on. So except from functioning, there's one thing I find very important for a toilet, and that's kind of a guy thing, I guess. And that's if you can open the lid. See, I didn't mount anything yet. And the toilet seat as well, and that it stays upwards. That's probably my biggest frustration if I go to a bathroom and the toilet seat doesn't stay upwards. But it does, so check. That's good. Let's get it installed. Alright, it's completely mounted. Still a bit wobbly. That's what you get for just under 70 bucks, I guess. But I'm sure a little bit of silicone will do magic in this case. Okay, let's move on to the sewage. This side's connected. Another part in the technical area. Gotta be honest, I've laid awake in bed this night for quite some hours thinking of the sewage situation. And I didn't come to a final solution. So we'll just hopefully get quite a bit installed today. So I struggled with looking at the big picture, so maybe I just have to think small and step by step. Doors closed. Okay, case closed. Let's start. So here we've got the sewage piping for the first toilet. And I'm going to connect that to this one. And there's no and because I'm going to take it step by step. Okay, the first connection's in. Alright, getting these rubbers in is the easy part. The most difficult part is then pressing everything together. And especially the tubes which I've sawed, because these are tapered a bit, so they have a little bit of an angle to make a nice start, so it goes in pretty okay. But the ones that I've cut, that's like a sharp edge, and that's very annoying. So I'll first do that and then make the other connections. That's just more easy. we go. And that's number 2. Now in between these 2 connections, I need to make a connection that way for the showers. Not the best workspace I've ever had, but it gets the job done. Okay, I've got the sewage in until where I could put it. And of course, I'm lacking material, so feels like a deja vu of yesterday. Working, not having materials, right at the time where the shop is closed for lunch. So not able to continue. But that does give me the chance to show you our shower. Would you look at that? That's pretty awesome, huh? So last time I screwed things up with the tiles. I had to retile it, and then I finished the video. And after that I filled the joints. I have siliconed the corners, and I've even installed the start of the shower. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, it's early morning again, and it's time to start checking some boxes. I've got far too many open projects, and it's getting annoying not to check anything off. So we're gonna start with finishing the sewage for the toilet. Got my tube, so there's no excuse not to do this. Let's do it. Sewage for the toilets, check. Yes, sewage for the shower has been done. Now let me show you very quickly what I've done. So we've got the pipe here that's going to the shower base where we've put the drainage pipe in. Then we have a combiner box over here so we can later on connect the other shower here. and we have a spare one here for whatever that has to add to it. Then we have the 50mm pipe going this way and connecting to the main sewage going to the box again. Now the water connection to the toilet. This should go here. Then we should kind of make something nice, maybe like this. And then this one here. That should be good. About there. As good a location as any, right? Alright, another check of the box. I'm not gonna test it out just yet because with the sewage and all, the concrete's still drying. But once that's set, maybe tomorrow, I'll definitely have a go. Next challenge. The shower wall. We've got another one finished! Yes, 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 yes! Another check out the box! Check, check! However, there's still one crucial thing missing in this shower. The shower! So let's get that installed as well. Now we're on the spree. I don't want to damage the threads of the connections, so I'm just screwing on a bolt so I can easily tighten the other part with this. Now with the showers, there's always this ring to cover off the connection, of course, so I'm gonna put that on, but first I'm going to connect the shower without it so we can see if the connection holds and it's not leaking. There we go. Let's see what happens. Open up the valves. Boom. Boom. I don't see any leakages. So we're good to go. Oh, by the way, I put some silicone at the top of the opening that I made in the tile, so that any water that goes this way will flow off and not go into the hole. And the rest of the hole I put full of silicone, you know, just in case. Now we've got one port left. The shower. Now we're gonna let everything dry because I did the silicone today as well, and then we can test everything, see if the shower works, see if we have hot water because we haven't checked that out either. Although it's kind of rainy today and tomorrow as well, so not a lot of sun, so I don't think we'll have hot water yet. We'll check that out on the first sunny day, to be continued. So we've got sewage, we've got cold water, hot water, so we're quite a way underway with getting things connected. Now there's still one thing missing that needs to be connected. That's the last subject that we're gonna do in this episode, and that's the electricity. I've already made a connection in our electricity house over there. Put the line in the ditch that we dug earlier. Now we have the cable laying here, so that we need to get connected. There we go. That's a much better working area. Finally out of the ground again. Alright. We've got the cable over here. It's coming upwards, 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 upwards. And then I have it here. So then it has to go through this box. Now, if you want to do these things yourself as well, don't let you be guided by me, because I'm not an electrician, okay? Check the things out for yourself and take your own responsibility. This is not a how to do it, but a how I'm doing it. I'm not a professional, just so that you know. Okay, so I have the wiring in for the solar boiler because I just like to see if the temperature is okay. So with this you can see the temperature, and also there's a heating element in the solar boiler so that if there's no sunshine you can heat it electrical. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but hey, I thought while I'm at it with buying it, I might as well add the electrical heating element because it's not that expensive, and I thought it would be a lot of hustle to add it later on if really needed. And the other output is for the lighting, as well as in the shower, as in the toilet, as outside lighting. Okay, the last electrical connection for now has been made. I've connected 2 inside lights, 2 outside lights, and this unit for the electrical boiler. I haven't connected the electrical heating system yet because I don't have the piping to continue with that. I did connect the sensor, the temperature sensor, so we can see how warm the temperature is, if it's correct. Let's see what happens if I turn on the switch. Alright, the panel is lit. 47 degrees? Holy smokes! We had some sun yesterday morning, and it's like at least 24 hours later since the last sunshine, and it's 47 degrees? That's awesome. All right, let's go to the lighting. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's turn that sensor. That's working. All right. Now let's see. Here. Haha, we have light. We have light, water, sewage. We're connected. Well, that was it for this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. And see you in the next one. Ciao. While editing this video, I realized that I didn't even show you if everything was working. Now, of course, I can send you off with a cliffhanger to watch the next video to see if everything works, but we're going to do something different in the next video, so let's make it short. The toilet's working, the shower's working, and also the hot water is working. Look at that, 71.4 degrees Celsius. That's working insanely good. So good that it's even just dangerous to have it like this. Imagine bumping into the shower faucet and putting it on high temperature, getting the 70 degrees all over your body. Nah, that's not gonna work. So I've immediately added a thermostat to pre-mix the hot water to maybe around 45 degrees Celsius. That's more stable. It's hot enough that you can put it on the temperature you want yourself, and not too hot so you don't burn yourself. Alright, well, that was it for this episode. I'm going to say bye, ciao for now, and see you in the next episode. Ciao. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.